Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast. Before we get started with the reading, I just want to take a second and thank all of my subscribers, all of my supporters, anybody who likes, shares, or comments under my videos. You guys are truly a blessing. I would also like to thank all of my clients who have purchased a reading. You guys are truly a blessing as well, and I appreciate you very much. If you are interested in a private reading, just please head over to my website. I do have it linked below. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, and I wish you all a very happy, healthy holiday season. Hi Sagittarius, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot, and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of December 21st through the 27th. This is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising signs. So Sag, let's get started. Alright, Sag, so at the bottom of the deck I do have the Four of Swords, which the Four of Swords can simply be representing you maybe getting some rest. This is a card of relaxation, a card of recharging your batteries. So perhaps, you know, because this is the Christmas week, you might actually get some time off from work and you actually might use it to your advantage and definitely, you know, spend some time alone, maybe sleep in. Maybe just lay on the couch all day, just recharge your batteries in some regard, which is really, really nice to be able to do that. All right, a lot going on, Sag, this week. A lot of energy here. Yeah, you have a few rods cards, so that's that fire energy. So I feel like, you know, yeah, there's going to be a lot of energy this week. And you have quite a few major arcana cards as well. So powerful, definitely powerful, very significant energy here. You have the sun and the moon side by side right in the beginning of this week. You have the sun here with the moon. So I feel like this very much can be a week where perhaps, because the moon does represent like the unknown, things that we're maybe unaware of, perhaps you know, you might be finding out some things this week. The sun is such a powerful positive energy, and it's a very, very positive, vibrant energy, and its light will really shine upon all areas of your life. And because it's sitting directly next to the moon, I feel like you know, the sun's energy could definitely be illuminating anything really in your life that you were maybe unaware of. And with the moon, it really kind of represents, you know, shapes and shadows aren't exactly what they seem to be. So, you know, maybe people around you that maybe weren't showing their true colors, or maybe just situations that perhaps maybe you didn't know all of the details, or maybe like if there was some secrets or just things of that nature going on around you. This could definitely be a week where perhaps maybe things are coming to light. You're maybe finding out quite a bit. And then I feel like this is a week of decisions for you, because directly underneath the sun, I do have the Judgment card, which is another major arcana card. So this is a lot of very strong energy. So this can represent judgment calls, literally you making decisions, or perhaps decisions being made around you. And for some, this can be, you know, within like the justice system. But this also can be a card of rebirth, a card of rising up out of the ashes, rising up out of a difficult time period, and being given a second chance. So for some Sagittariuses, I feel like, you know, that will definitely apply. Maybe you're coming out of a more difficult time, and now you're being given a chance to really start all over again. And, you know, this is your happiness. This is, you know, happiness coming in for you. The sun is, you know, one of the one of the most optimistic cards in the entire tarot. It's a beautiful card with a beautiful energy. This is you being very happy, very content, very fulfilled. It's that child-like just happiness. There could be some Sages that perhaps you have a lot of children around you this week, or maybe you're spending time with a child this week. But I feel like for some of you, this is definitely a week of decisions, and also some Sages, this can be you being given a chance to like rise up out of the ashes. Perhaps with you maybe finding something out this week, maybe, you know, with these things maybe coming out, being illuminated for you, Sag, this is, you know, maybe it enables you to go ahead and make a decision, and perhaps maybe you are going to start all over again in some regard. And I feel like this is going to be something you're very quick with, because directly next to the Judgment card, I do have the Knight of Rods, which the Knight of Rods is a very hasty, very fiery, very fast-paced energy. This is things happening very quickly. You know, this could be you traveling, you coming, you going, you moving very quickly. Yeah, he represents departure, like leaving a situation very quickly, but also, you know, this could be you coming in very quickly. I feel like you're coming in to this new beginning very quickly, because the Knight of Rods is looking directly at the Judgment card, and then this angel here is looking directly at him. So I feel like this is, for some Sages, this is you moving into this new beginning very quickly. And again, you know, I have the Two of Swords here, so I feel like decisions are going to be coming in, or perhaps maybe you're making decisions this week. Maybe you have a very important decision to make this week. With the Two of Rods, just make sure you go within and trust your gut. Make sure you're using and trusting your intuition. The overall energy for the entire week is the Two of Pentacles, which I don't feel like this is really in regards to finances. I feel like more so this is you managing, this is you coping, this is you kind of just juggling maybe, you know, the different things that are taking place this week. You're maybe trying to be here with your family, and you're trying to be here and work, and you're trying to be over here, and I feel like this is you managing, this is you dealing with everything. You're juggling everything this week because there's a lot going on. But I feel like whatever, you know, decision that you are making here, Sag, I feel like this is like, you know, this decision that you're making will lead to some new beginnings. And I feel like, yes, this is like a rebirth, and yes, you're rising up out of the ashes and you're starting all over again, but I feel like, you know, you might be, some Sages might have to take like a leap of faith. You might have to take a leap of faith or a risk and kind of just go for something. You're coming in very strongly directly next to the Two of Swords. I do have the King of Rods, and I feel like this is very much you, Sag. This is your energy. You're very passionate. You're very driven. You're very fiery this week. Yeah, this is you coming in very strong, and I feel like with you making this decision, I feel like news could be coming in, or perhaps maybe news comes in, or there's communication back and forth. Perhaps maybe, you know, you communicating with someone, or someone else communicating with you. I definitely see communication. But new beginnings as well. The Page of Rods can also be new beginnings. And whatever this is, I feel like this is something that, you know, is very positive, and it makes you very excited and very happy. And, you know, I do have the Fool directly next to the Page of Rods, and I feel like these two are like communicating very much, because I have the Page of Rods like shouting over to the Fool, and the Fool's like, yeah, I know, I'm gonna go for it. I feel like these two are like communicating. I don't know why, but they are looking right at one another. But I feel like you're making a decision, there's communication taking place, and you're like, I'm doing it, I'm going for it, absolutely, with the Fool here. This is you taking a leap of faith. This is you taking a risk and you deciding to set out on a new path. And just go after your dreams, go after your goals, whatever this is. I feel like, you know, this is, again, with the rods here, lots of rods. I feel like this is something that's, you know, perhaps you're going to be able to use your, you know, creativity with this. This is something that maybe you're very passionate about. This could be something you're very fired up about. Yeah, and this is very exciting. This is very exciting, but you know, I think it requires a decision that you will make. You are a Sagittarius. I don't feel like this is going to be tough for you whatsoever. You might even be very quick with this decision, like very, very, very quick. Because I feel like, you know, with the Knight of Rods here, this is you just quickly, maybe, you know, taking this opportunity, quickly taking this opportunity. You're jumping on this, I feel like. Yes, I mean, it's going to be a great week for you. I really do think that this is going to be a great week because the moon can also represent your intuition as well. And for me, the Two of Swords is always a card of, yes, it's making a decision, but it's going within it. You know, she's blindfolded. This is you having to trust your gut. I feel like your intuition is going to be very strong this week. I feel like that for many Sages, this is a week where your intuition is just going to be very much on point, and it's going to be on point in regards to this new beginning. All right, Sag, so what I've decided to do this week, because it is the week of Christmas, I decided to use the Archangel Oracle card deck. So I will draw you an additional card for additional guidance. So please show me an additional message for Sagittarius. Please show me an additional message for Sagittarius for the week of December 21st through the 27th for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Alright, cards are trying to flip out left and right. Okay. So I have comfort. So you're going to be working with Archangel, let me see, how do you pronounce this? Azrael. And it says, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Very interesting. So perhaps, you know, it's not really showing me in the spread here, but perhaps for some Sages, you know, with this Judgment card here, perhaps the difficult time that you might have went through before, and now, you know, you're rising up from that, you're being reborn in a sense, you're being given, you know, a fresh opportunity. But, you know, perhaps this was in regards to, like, you know, a bad relationship in the past, or perhaps maybe, you know, something that happened just really in any area of your life. This could be in something with business. It could really be anything that, you know, really didn't work out for you in the past. And what this is kind of saying is that, you know, this is a time where your heart is being healed. You're being healed from them, you know, the past, just events that you might have went through in the past, that left you with maybe perhaps just some sadness, or just some energy that needed to be healed. And the Judgment card is also a card of healing as well. I didn't mention it earlier because I didn't really feel like it was significant to this spread, but I mean, healing, I feel like, is going to be very significant for many Sages this week. Perhaps this period of these new beginnings happening for you, this is going to be maybe therapeutic for some Sages, or just bring comfort into your life. I think it's going to bring success. I really feel that very much, but I also think it's going to, you know, bring comfort as well, and healing. So beautiful card, beautiful week for you, Sag. A lot of beautiful fiery energy here as well. I love it. So Sag, I do hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Merry Christmas.